How's it going, everybody? Welcome to your Surprise Friday live stream. I am the Uncanny Omar, and with me is
Dom of X, comicrelease.com assistant editor, finally done with finals, and I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you here, buddy. And down below is none other than
the adorable Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you guys for joining me this very last minute because, we got the DC solicits really late and we went ahead and just decided, let's go ahead and do a live stream. Jess and I were given less than an hour to spend with you all by our spouses. We have a debt. You don't want my wife angry when she's hungry. Like, she gets hangry and it's everybody pays. Like, it's bad around here.
You just don't want my wife angry at all.
So I was like, I will take it. But even Dom has some time to go. So we're going to go ahead and kick this off. This is the August solicitations, right, Dom?
These are the August 2025 solicitations for all the single folks out there, but everything else is, of course, August or ahead for your collected editions.
Correctamundo. So we're going to go ahead and start.
Oh, there's Batmantha. I was just chit-chatting with her on Discord. How you doing, Samantha?
Share screen. Hey, Samantha. How's everybody doing this Friday? Surprise. Surprise, everybody. All right. We are looking at, again, the collected editions. So we have the Teen Titans Together. This is another book by Kami Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo. These are some huge sellers in the book market. I'm not sure how well they sell in the direct market, but these are huge sellers in the book market. Kami Garcia has a huge fan following. If you ever go to
plastic or out in bookstores,
just any bookstore. If you ever go to like one of these big conventions like New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, Kami's line is humongous. Like, It's ridiculous. Yeah. And then we have Little Batman month 1.
That looks fun.
And this, let me see here. This is by Morgan Evans and John Mickle. This is the first time we're looking at this together, by the way. And this one is 144 pages, $12.99. I'm so used to doing this, and then Dom took over the DC stuff, so I was like, oh, that sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, because I used to do it all the time. Peacemaker presents the Vigilante Eagle double feature.
This is a story consulted by James Gunn, sort of figure like the DC Universe adaptation of, if you want to call it Peacemaker. This is the James Gunn-led book. He's the story consultant, and Mitch Gerrits did most of the art in this 5-issue miniseries.
When do these come out? September?
This one
comes out in September,
Yeah.
Oh, but they're different release times? Okay.
Solicitations are always, like for trade paperbacks, they're about a month or so after the actual solicitation months. If it's August, it's like September, then October, November, and then like December, January for the hardcovers,
or February in the case of an Absolute edition. We'll cover later.
Oh yeah,
I see that's a Black Label book.
That is a Black Label book. Good eye. And then we have All In Shazam Volume 4. Welcome to our Overlords. Is that who's the cover? Melnikov. I thought it was Greg Capullo.
Melnikov doing? Yeah, I can see it with the round oval face.
Yeah. So this is Josie
Campbell. Josie Campbell, took over from Mark Waid after issue 12 of the run, from what my mind remembers. And Emmanuel Lupacchino was on for the first arc. Dan McDade, who did a General Zod book with Joe Casey, is doing the art now for Shazam.
Nice. And is he still being called the captain, or what?
It's still the same continuity that Wade set up.
Okay, so collecting issues 17 through 21, 136 pages, $17.99. All right, more All In Justice League: The Atom Project, and that is by Ryan Parrott and John Ridley. The art inside and the cover is done by Mike Perkins. I like this All In trade dress that they have going on here. This is Dom. Do we know what's collected in here?
Yes, this is Justice League: The Atom Project issues 1 through 6. This spins out of the Mark Waid Dan Mora Justice League Unlimited set, issue number 3 of that run. So if you are a big fan of the Mark Waid Dan Mora stuff, you want to figure out what's going on with the Atoms and Captain Atom, you can check it out here.
Excellent. Challengers of the Unknown. That is Mike Deodato here on the cover. Chris Cantwell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I even got it signed by Chris Cantwell too.
You got the book signed?
I got issue number 1 signed by Chris Cantwell. Very much a
Wow.
fun issue.
nice.
What is Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman doing hanging out with the Challengers of the Unknown?
You'll have it's more absolute, post-absolute power stuff. They're dealing with something that reels in after the All-In special, and Chris Campbell decided to bring back the Challengers of the Unknown because they got to find out the mystery of what happened during that All-In special.
I have a question. Where do I start with All In? Like, what's the
All-In special, and then read whatever the heck you want to.
okay?
Essentially,
But I do need that to read that.
You do need that All-In special.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and next up is Metamorpho by Al Ewing and Steve Lieber.
Oh,
Lee Lufridge.
This is an awesome book. I mean, you want to talk about Al Ewing getting into the Silver Age of things. Like, if you want pure Silver Age vibes, this is the book for you.
$17.99. It is a soft cover and collects Metamorpho the Element Man 1 through 6. It's got a Silver Age flair to it. Is that what you said?
Oh, it definitely. No, this is like pure Silver Age good stuff. I think Jess would love this book.
yay! I love the cover.
Yeah, this is sort of Al Ewing saying like he doesn't need to make everything like the overlong thought drawn, the Al Ewing that we're all used to. This is him digging into the fun element of like, can I write a comic for fun? Yeah, this is definitely the book for those types.
I forgot that Ewing is doing Absolute Green Lantern.
He is, yeah. He's over at both companies now.
Two-Face Trial Separation by Christian Ward and Fabio Veras, collecting Two-Face 1 through 6. What is happening with that cover? Valdemar Rivas is the cover artist. That's wicked. Creepy, but wicked.
Yeah.
So this one is 136 pages, $17.99. Dom, have you read this one?
I have read the first 2 issues. I still need to get back to it. It's Christian Ward getting into the writing vibe. It's just him doing a character study on the split Two-Face.
Excellent. Oh God, yes. Okay, DC's finest, Supergirl, Body and Soul, the Peter David era. This is the very beginning. A lot different than the mapping that they were doing in the Batgirl.
The Supergirl trade paperbacks. Yeah.
But collecting issues of Showcase 96, number 8, which of course is how you kickstart this. Supergirl 1 through 18, Supergirl Annuals 1 and 2, and Supergirl Plus number 1. So this is Peter David, Gary Frank, Leonard Kirk, Cam Smith, and this is 568 pages, $39.99. I love this Supergirl run. Absolutely. Now, the one thing that I wish DC had done with this is take the Marvel formula of, hey, we already have these in trade paperback. Let's reward those people with the next volume, because they've released this stuff previously in trade paperback. And I wish they had been like, let's make it the 4th volume of Supergirl for all those people that bought those trade paperbacks. But I'm just glad it's coming back out. I think it's great. So I'm super excited for it. It's an amazing run if you've never read it. But one thing to keep in mind, this is a different Supergirl than the Supergirl that shows up later on in the Batman and Superman book. This is the character of Matrix. A lot more complicated than also the version that you see in Death and Return of Superman.
And also different from the Supergirl that you get in the Silver Age.
Also that, yes. But still some great reading. I know it's confusing, but it's so good. Bruce, thank you so much for the super chat. Upset Supergirl's not an omnibus, as am I. Supergirl Omni is actually it's the Sturgeon's run that's coming out later this year. It's the new 52 era, right?
Yeah.
So it's not this, but at least she is getting an Omni. And yes, this is the Matrix stuff. DC Finest, Static, Playing with Fire. This is another one that surprises me, considering they've been doing the compendium for Milestone. Yeah. But this is just Static, who of course had his own show, Static Shock, for a while.
One of my shows, baby. When I was a kid,
really?
I watched that all day.
For a kid. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that show. the character showed up later on in Justice League Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's how I was introduced to him.
So this is 480 pages, $39.99. Collecting Static 1 through 15, Superman, Man of Steel 36, Superboy 7, and Worlds Collide number 1. So it is collecting some parts of Worlds Collide, but not the whole event. That's interesting. The mapping
Just the static parts. Yeah.
Okay. This is true. New Supergirl 52 Omnibus does not compare to Peter David's run.
It's not close.
I agree with that, but at least it's a start, right? It's a start.
Yeah.
It's more Omnis than Zero.
Yeah.
Batman The Long Halloween is getting a DC Compacts edition. So if you're not there for the deluxe edition, if you don't want the absolute edition, you don't want the trade paperback, here we go. 376 pages, $9.99. Collecting Batman The Long Halloween 1 through 12. Anything extra in this one, Dom?
No.
Okay. No extras. No extras. Look at this. This is gonna have a lot of people talking because one thing that's in here. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Absolute Edition. It is the new printing, 600 pages, $125. Collecting Crisis on Infinite Earths 1 through 12. History of the DC Universe 1 and 2. Dom, what is the one word, or actually 2 words here that are gonna have people thinking about getting this?
Oh boy.
Recolored.
There's one word that Jess hates that he does not want to see.
Remastered, recolored, baby.
Now, recolored, we don't know, right? We don't know what the coloring is going to be like. If they're going to go back to like taking original scans and just touching up the artwork and the colors, or if it's going to be modern colors, like honestly, what they did with Swamp Thing. Don't know. I don't know. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. If you don't own the Absolute Edition, to me, that is the only way to get this.
Yeah.
Your eyes hurt thinking about looking at the art at that size. Oh, when you get to be our age, though, like it helps. It helps looking at the art. That's
always great to have an Absolute because it's always gorgeous art that's being brought up.
It's George Perez too. I mean,
yeah.
And honestly, the oversized art helps you look at all the little intricate details that he puts into everybody's faces, the wrinkles. Oh, it's just amazing. Like you just have so much more respect for the guy. So that it's huge that it's coming back to print, but also very important to note that there are 2 words here: remastered and recolored. We don't know exactly what it is until we start seeing some stuff, but I am interested to see how they do it.
And that's in February. Okay.
Hey, it's on my birthday.
That's your birthday? February
3rd?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see that. Too small.
Oh, yes, baby. Look at that beautiful cover, too.
Brand new cover.
Birds of Prey by
Scott.
Gail Simone Omnibus Volume 1. Oh, look at that. Finally. Collecting Birds of Prey 56 through 90, Birds of Prey Secret Files number 1, pages from Batgirl 57, Batman 633, and a new cover by Nicola Scott and more. 944 pages, $125.
I am going to upgrade from the trades to this.
Dude, I have the old junky trades. I upgraded to the new trades.
Yep.
And now I'm going to get this because I love Birds of Prey.
I'm with you.
Oh my gosh, Babs looks so good. Nicola Scott, man, she's so good.
It really is.
I'm surprised that they closed the window for Huntress on that cover, considering the era.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't get Ed Bennis on the cover. Don't get me wrong, I love this cover, but Ed Bennis was like the reason why a lot of dudes were checking out Birds of Prey back then. They were like, "What is this about?"
Well, Ed did a cover for Justice League Unlimited with Mark Waid. I was surprised to not see him there, but anyways,
that's very exciting. That
that's the one, man. Green Lantern by Robert Venditti, Volume 1, Omnibus Volume 1, who is going to be on my channel on
the 2nd of June.
Thank you, Dom. My man, Dom. 2nd of June at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We can talk about this. And I think for the first time, they not solicited, in the catalog is Volume 1 and 2 of Green Lantern by Robert Venditti. That's crazy. So this is collecting Green Lantern 21 through 34. This is the run that immediately follows up Jeff Johns Volume 3, if you have that. Green Lantern 23.1, Annual Number 2, Green Lantern Corps 21 through 34, Green Lantern Corps Annual Number 2, Green Lantern New Guardians 23 through 24, so it's a crossover, Red Lantern 24 and 28, and Stories from Secret Origins 3 and 9. Woo!
This leads up to New 52?
This is the first half of the run.
Yes.
But it leads up
New 52. Yeah, it's before, or this is during New 52. Like, this is right after Johns leaves the book.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So this lines up with the Rebirth era, like with the second volume that's coming out.
Okay.
And Rebirth, wasn't it Venditti that kicked off Rebirth as
Venditti was on Hal and Pals. Sam Humphries
Sam
Humphries was doing the Jessica Cruz, Simon Baz Green Lanterns book.
That's it. Hey, how have you been, Voracious Reader?
Voracious, how are you? Good to see you.
It's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Oh, baby. Look, man, we are eating good. The Spectre by John Ostrander and Tom Mandrake, Volume 1.
Right, cover 2.
Let me really quick. I'm so sorry. 856 pages, $100 for that Green Lantern.
And a quick reminder that all of these prices, page counts, and issues might change within the next 2-3 months of duration for these books.
Yes. Also the covers. The Spectre 0 through 31. This is the stuff, man. We got 2 volumes of the trade paperbacks, and then they canceled the line.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then this has been a most wanted for, I know, for me and for a lot of my viewers, and a lot of people out there have wanted this run. It's, bam, John Ostrander is getting Suicide Squad and Spectre. This is awesome. Plus Tom Mandrake's artwork in here is so damn good, man. This is the Jim Corrigan era of Spectre.
This is awesome.
Yeah, very excited about this one, including issue 0. So yes.
Wow, they are really. October is going to be. Oh, whoa! Look at this. I forgot about this.
New 52 All-Star Western.
That's one of my most wanted too. Oh my God. Okay, so Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray, Phil Winslade. By the way, if you've not read this is the New 52 era of Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex had a series with Palmiotti and Gray in the pre-New 52 era. That still has not been collected in Omni format. That's only been collected in trade paperback. One day, though, hey, we never thought we'd get this.
If this exists, that means we can get the next volume.
This gives me hope.
It's crazy. Like, I think in the DC Collected Editions department, there must be somebody that's a huge fan of the New 52 era, because we're getting a lot of New 52 stuff.
Yeah.
This is excellent. Excellent stuff.
Tom Daly, this isn't good. This is great. It's fantastic.
It's funny because once the listing went up on Penguin Random House back in October 2024, somebody messaged Jimmy Palmiotti. Jimmy Palmiotti tweeted, "If you can get a copy of this book," he said something along the lines of, like, "I'll give you for your signature or commission or whatever for free if you get a copy." So get a copy, boys.
What a guy, man. Yeah. Woo, that should have gotten a splash page.
And that's in October too? Wow.
October 28th. Yeah, October's going to be a busy, busy month.
Yeah.
Let me get this super chat quick. That new Absolute Crisis is different than the first edition because it includes history of the DC Universe. Now I have to buy it. 2 issues. And it's remastered and recolored, Bruce. Don't forget.
Are you going to get the new history of the DC Universe when that drops with Mark Waid, though, Bruce, is my question.
Oh, God, yeah. If anybody's going to write the history of the DC Universe, it's going to be Waid. Which he did, right? Like he did.
No, he's going to be doing it. It's going to be starting next month.
Dude, I wonder if he's going to credit the people that he had to reach out to on social media when he was like, can anybody recap what the hell is going on with Robin? I'm about to write that character and I cannot keep up with what continuity is what. That's one of my favorite Mark Waid moments when he reached out on social media. Somebody could recap what is going on with Tim Drake. No, not Tim Drake. I think it was Dick Grayson. Batman Black and White Compendium, collecting Black and White 1 through 4, and Volume 2 1 through 6, Volume 3 1 through 6, and Batman Black and White
Yeah,
tells.
that new series has never been. It wasn't in the.
It's not in the
original
Omni.
Yeah, it's not in the Omni, so it's going to be a lot more complete for all those people who are looking to get it. So maybe we get an expanded Omni, maybe we don't. But what this also is adding are all of the Black and White stories in the most recent Batman Brave and the Bold team up anthology book that's coming out right now from DC.
Oh,
1,280 pages, $59.99. These compendiums are getting big, so we are going to be testing some waters. We're going to be testing some waters with these compendiums because what's the biggest compendium, Dom, that it's in the catalog?
We got the Green Lantern Rebirth, which is like 1,628 pages or something like that.
That should come with a pre-crease built into your spine. They just because they know there's no way. I mean, what are these things made out of? Does the Spectre Omni lead into House Run? You would need a volume 2, and then the next era would be the House Jordan Spectre stuff.
Mm-hmm. Some of it written by Jeff Johns himself.
That's bait. Everyone knows the real Nightwing calls himself Rick and is still racing in space.
Hey, you know what? We have enough material for an Omni of that because I would slide right in after Rebirth and right before Tom Taylor. So you better believe it's I'm joking.
You better believe I'll buy it too, because I'm an idiot. Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, book 3. This wraps up this era, right, Dom?
You're correct. I think
remember there was only a total of like 7 trades. Go ahead. What's in?
From what I have, as far as Mayan goes, because they did not include this in the round of solicitations. This has Blue Beetle issues 20. Why won't you stupid load? What the heck? Hold on.
This is bad news.
Oh, Blue Beetle 26 to 36 and Booster Gold 21 through 29. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. I will be picking that up. $29.99, 344 pages. This is a really legit question. What's the build quality of recent DC compendiums? I don't really care about creases because it doesn't affect the ability to read it. Real answer, I've gotten every one of them with the exception of I don't know why I haven't bought Starman, and I do put them through the test because I have to make videos on them and how well they hold up. Only 2 Fallen Soldiers so far. One of them JSA. As soon as I opened it up, JSA immediate crease. It didn't snap, which is good, right? Like they're built a lot better than they used to be. If you remember, I don't know how long you've been reading these collected editions, but those Top Cow compendiums and Skybound compendiums of days of old, those things would come, like the block would come off or they would snap. So they're built a lot better. I will say that. And if creases don't bother you, you're going to be fine. Now, I don't know, like 1,600 pages is a lot for an omnibus. I can't imagine what a softcover compendium is going to be like, but we shall see. Wow. Swamp Thing by Len Wein and Kelly Jones, the deluxe edition. So this is, it's Convergence. Okay. I was wondering what they were going to have in here. Convergence, Swamp Thing 1 and 2, Swamp Thing 1 through 6, Swamp Thing Winter Special number 1, and also featuring Jones' first work with the character in Swamp Thing 94 and 100, Batman 521 and 522.
I've never read this.
Maybe you've read some of it like in the Batman issues and the original Swamp Thing stuff, but I haven't read the Swamp Thing 1 through 6 nor the Convergence stuff.
Swamp Thing 1 through 6 is pretty good. That was one of my first forays into the character during Rebirth.
Is it in continuity? No, it's Black Label. Wait, are they still?
No, it was like a technical out of continuity book. I don't know how to explain it because Swamp Thing didn't have a series with Rebirth.
So this is a legit question I'm doing live. They're bringing back the Vertigo label line. Yes. So why doesn't this fall under that category?
Because it's a character that showed up in the DC universe.
But okay, so John Constantine, depending on where you're from,
he's Black Label.
Will always be Black Label. Swamp Thing will always be Black Label. Mm-hmm. So characters that have what about Sandman? Morpheus has shown up, Daniel has shown up in the DC universe. Come back to me later, Dom. Come back to me later.
Hey,
All right,
listen,
we're gonna move on.
I'm
We're gonna
trying to
move on.
explain it like Cy Sparrow. You explained it to me, okay? So,
Okay. No, it just sounds right. I get what you're saying, but you're gonna have people in class like me that are like, actually remember something. And
hey,
those second
you
lines
know,
come
the
out.
dreaming did show up in Dark Knight's Metal, so you're right.
Was that? Clip that, James. All right, moving on to American.
You're right. You're right.
American Vampire Book 2. Scott Snyder. The Omni is out of print again, which I didn't
Oh,
realize.
it is?
Yeah,
Both
it
of
is.
them?
Volume 1 is out of print. I don't know
Volume
about
one's
Volume 2. Scott Snyder's book with Raphael Albuquerque, collecting issues 13 through 25. American Vampire Survival of the Fittest 1 through 5. This is a great series. I don't see Stephen King's name in here anymore. I know he like oversaw the project, and it's kind of his thing too.
Wasn't he just involved with like book 1?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the first
material, yeah, the first like couple of issues were
Yeah.
big
So I don't think
coordination.
he'd be in
yeah.
this.
Mhm.
So pretty cool. And Justice League by Scott Snyder and James Tynion, the 4th Omnibus Volume 2. So
Nice.
collected in here is Justice League 19 through 39, The Batman Who Laughs 1 through 7, The Batman Who Laughs, The Grim Knight #1, DC's Year of the Villain Special #1, and Year of the Villain Hell Arisen 1 through 4.
I feel like these have come out really quick, like next to each other almost. This is awesome.
Yeah, because we got Justice League Volume 1 this year. But it was
April.
supposed to be one Omni at first, right?
Nope. No, it was supposed to be
3? What are you holding up?
3.
3 Omnis for Justice League by Scott.
Because we would have to have included all the other Year of the Villain stuff as well. But they're only deciding to include the Free Comic Book Day special and the Justice League concurrent issues, right? For that book, along with the Hell Arisen 4-issue series.
Okay. So this one's a little bit bigger. It's 1,000 pages, $125. So you do have great artwork in here by Jorge Jimenez, Jock, Steve Epting.
Yeah, Steve Epting does the Hell Arisen series.
Who's the artist on the Batman Who Laughs?
Jock does the 7-issue series, and Eduardo Rizzo does the Grim Knight one-shot.
Okay, thank you. Arkham Asylum, Living Hell, the deluxe edition. This is not the original Arkham Asylum by Grant Morrison. This is the Dan Slott Arkham Asylum with Ryan Sook on artwork.
Pretty good.
Wade Von Grawbadger. It's an awesome name. I actually, that's the guy.
That's Stuart Immonen's inker.
Yeah. And Jim Royal. So this is collecting. I haven't read this. This is issue 1.
It's really good.
You like this?
I really like this, and because of the Ryan Sook art, I definitely will think about upgrading. I enjoyed this a lot.
I think what you told Maddie was that you guys are going to have a old reader, new reader on this.
Well, yeah, because I haven't read it. That one comes out at 176 pages, $29.99. I hope they okay, so I'm excited about this because I love this stuff. But this is the House of Mystery, the Bronze Age Omnibus Volume 1. Dom, you have the contents on this one?
It's issues 174 to 200.
Okay. So there was House of Mystery and House of Secrets. You had Kane as the host of one, and then Abel as the host of the other. Those two characters later on, of course, show up in Sandman. But they were like your crypt keeper and your old witch here introducing you to stories. I love this stuff. I hope they give you an actual matching dust jacket, because later on with like volumes 2, like they redid the dust jacket design so it doesn't look like this. But this one is $125, 792 pages. Red. Wow, I did not expect this to come back to print. That is crazy. That was one of my hidden gems. We lost Jess. He has no interest in Red. This is the Cully Hammer and Warren Ellis story. So it's a quick, dude. It is a quick read. 3 issues, miniseries. But this one will have the script and layout. So this is 128 pages, $17.99. Patty pulled the plug on Jess. Red Hood Outlaws Volume 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dom. That is the web series, right? Yep.
Yeah, it is the webtoon series.
Awesome.
Also one of the ones that I actually do like.
Yeah. So is it still continuing that
It's
type
still,
of style that they started in the Rebirth era?
It very much feels that way, but a lot more cartoony than the Lobdell Soy. Like if the Red Hood Outlaws by Lobdell and Soy is like your bloody trinity, this is a little bit more lighthearted if you want to call it that. But when is that? Yeah, so just me.
When I did my hidden gem, that's what I would see. It was people were like, they made a red. I didn't know it was a comic book. I saw that a lot. Brave and the Bold, Volume 3. This is, I assume it's gonna have the same volume, or
This is so what I have for the trade paperback here for contents is Brave and the Bold 13 through 16, Impulse 17, Flash 107, and Brave and the Bold 181.
Okay, awesome. And it does continue. Like I think Dan Jurgens does it next, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But this says right here, this is concluding the acclaimed run of Brave and the Bold by, I assume, Mark Waid and Scott Collins, with Jerry Ordway on artwork. The Authority Omnibus Volume 2, baby. I'm surprised these didn't get the, what's it called, like the splash page treatment. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So this is collecting Authority Kev, Stormwatch, Team Achilles 4 through 6, 20 through 23, The Authority Scorched Earth, more Kev 1 through 4, The Authority Human on the Inside, 0 through 9 from the 2003 series, Authority versus Lobo, Jingle Hell, Coup d'etat 1 through 4, Afterward 1, The Authority Lobo Spring Break Massacre, The Authority Revolution 1 through 12, Magnificent Kev 1 through 5, A Man Called Kev 1 through 5, and then Stories from Wildstorm Winter Special number 1.
They removed issues 10 through 14 from the original listing on Penguin Random House for this specific solicit.
Wow. How come? I wonder.
I don't know. Well, I mean, look at the price count, man. It went from 125 to 175.
Oh, you're right. Was it 125 in the catalog?
It was 125 in the catalog, and then it got moved up to 175 like the day before we did the thing. We streamed. So
there's no way that they were going to keep that at that page count, not over 125. Hey, I was just talking to Dom a little bit about that. I am waiting to have another call with them sometime, so we will see. Thank you so much for asking about the DC conversations. What website? This is the actual DC. What is this called? The DC.
This is the DC Connect catalog that they give out to shops and retailers. It's also available on Lunar's website.
But you could go to comicreleases.com. It's easier to navigate through there.
And we also have it filed in by formats. So you're just looking for the hardcovers. We have it all sorted out there, etc.
And more importantly, they also put in the content, because sometimes DC doesn't have the content here. Batman, Ego, and Other Tales by Darwin Cook, the deluxe. Oh, deluxe edition. I forgot this was coming out.
Yes, sir.
So this is
still Batman. Yeah, it's still Batman Ego #1, Gotham Knights 23, the OGN for Selena's Big Score, Gotham Knights 33, solo issues 1 and 5, Batman the Spirit #1, and the Harley Quinn Holiday Special #1, on top of 70 additional pages of content for this specific deluxe edition.
Man, what a great book. What a great book. And then your checklist. So I promised Dom we'd get out of here early, and that's it. So Dom, what's the one book, if you had a choice, what is the one book out of this entire solicits that you're most excited for?
I'm going to choose Birds of Prey by Gail Simone and Ed Benes, because I reread that on the train to my final back on Tuesday, and it still rocks just as hard as when I first read it when I was like 17 years old. So
17. Awesome. Oh, man, there's so many good books, dude. I'm going to assume Jess was going to pick Jonah Hex, Allstar Western, as his pick. Yeah, he got really excited about it, and I am equally as excited. It's so good, man. Have you read these, Dom?
Yes, I have read it.
Yeah,
and it is that was my first exposure to Jonah Hex as well.
And this is everything from All-Star era. This is
everything from New 52, correct?
Yeah, we'll need a Jonah Hex prior to the New 52 Omni, which will be it would have to be a little bit bigger because it had a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason, for the kind words. I appreciate that. For me, oh man, Some of
You're
these
gonna pick Spectre. I know you're gonna pick.
I think I'm gonna go with Spectre, man. That's just too good not to talk about. Like, it's such a great run, underrated. That is the run that kind of made me a Spectre fan, because for me, like, the Spectre was just like, oh, it's the spirit of vengeance, but he doesn't have a motorcycle nor a flaming skull. Lame. But I think it was the stupid glow in the dark cover that I'm like, okay, it's gimmicky. This is
That pulled it out. That pulled you.
yeah,
out.
that got me in. So yeah, oh my gosh, Mandrake's artwork in here is so good, dude. Yeah, this is the one. You get this is the Jim Corrigan stuff and the embodiment of God's wrath here on Earth. Yeah, that's the one, man. Cover's wicked. I'm sure I'll have the Spectre on it. This one's $125, 888 pages. So I have to go and take my wife out to dinner. And I just want to thank my wonderful co-host who at the last second was like, yeah, let's do it live. Because we usually do these pre-recorded. But this came in really late. So I love doing this stuff. And we had to get it out there. So now it's out there. Now you all know what is coming for the solicits of August of 2025. But most of these books will be coming out in October and some in November.
And one in February of next year.
And that was the absolute, right?
And that was the absolute for Crisis on Infinite Earths, which has
Yes.
the 2 issues of History of the DC Universe by Marv Wolfman and George Perez.
Yeah. So the new price point is $125 to $170. Well, no, there's some $100 books in here. Like the Robert Venditti book is $125. So they're not all $125. Not yet.
And obviously not every book's going to be $175 either.
Yeah, those are just the big books. But that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button on the way out. Check out wallscomicshop.com if you live in the EU, if you're wanting to pre-order any of these books, or cheapgraphicnovels.com if you live in the US. Short and sweet is the way we're doing it today because it is Friday. Go and enjoy your weekend. I will be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. for my usual Saturday live stream. Dom, where can people find you?
You can always find me on my channel at Dom of X, comicreleases.com, where we do have the full slate of solicitations up for your viewing. And obviously on this channel, I'd like to thank you, Omar, for having me, and hope everybody here has a good and safe Friday.
Always a pleasure, my friend. And I'm going to go and call Jess, make sure he's okay, because he just kind of went out. That's it. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Weekend.